Hey, what's up guys? Today, I'll show you a zombie horror film, Re-Kill. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. At the beginning of the movie, a young girl wanders through their messy home as she searches for her parents. As her parents are nowhere to be found, she opens up the television and it plays a news broadcast. The broadcasts reveal that 5 years ago, there was a zombie infection outbreak. The zombie virus infected millions of humans. To control the outbreak, the government dropped a nuclear bomb, which killed most of the zombie population. The government eventually declared that the outbreak is under control. However, there are still remaining zombies even after the bombing. The government then created a military force called R Division to annihilate the remaining zombies. Because the human populace dramatically decreased, the government created programs to motivate people to procreate. The television then proceeds to show a live documentary program named Re-Kill, which features a squad from the R Division. The show is recorded by a journalist who follows R Division squads to their mission. In the show recap, R Division is raiding a plaza where there are reports of zombie activities. The team is slowly moving forward through the place as they hear zombies scream somewhere. Suddenly, zombies charge toward their team, prompting them to shoot their guns at the zombies. They quickly eliminate the small number of zombies. Unfortunately, one of the soldiers has been bitten by a zombie. As a part of the protocol, they are left with no choice but to shoot the bitten soldier to death. This is to prevent him from eventually turning into a zombie. As the situation seems to calm down, a horde of zombies attacks them by surprise. They shoot at the zombies, but the zombies greatly outnumber them. The soldiers are too late to find a way out. Only one of the soldiers, Winston, manages to get in the car with the reporter. As Winston is driving away, he realizes that the reporter is bitten by a zombie, so he shoots her without hesitation. In the current episode of the Re-Kill show, another journalist is joining a squad of our division on their new mission. The journalist introduces the members of the squad, especially their member, Winston, who is the only survivor of the Plaza zombie attack. Winston reveals that humanity will soon be wiped out by the zombie outbreak. But there are only a few survivors chosen by God, and they will be welcomed by a so-called God sanctuary named the Ark. He claims that the Ark is a program enforced by the top officials of the government. The team leaves the headquarters for their first mission. They are heading towards a farmhouse that hides a zombie inside. Apparently, the farmer is hiding his zombie-infected wife, believing that there is a chance she will be cured. The farmer appears to cage kidnapped human beings inside the barn to feed his flesh-thirsty zombie wife. So the R Division squad heads to the attic to hunt it down. There they shoot at the zombie wife, but it moves quickly. It manages to bite a rookie teammate before the soldier has the chance to kill the zombie wife. In the end, the team has no choice but to finish off the rookie's life before he turns into a rookie zombie. Right after their first mission, their command center reports that there is a container truck carrying a horde of zombies. The team quickly drives to follow the huge container truck. They hit the truck, causing it to drive off the road. They take this chance to entrap the truck and head out to interrogate the driver. They force the driver to open up the container, and two of them enter to inspect it. There, a horde of zombies surprises them. In response, they fire at the waves of zombies that are charging at them. One of them points out that they need to shoot in the head to finish off the zombies. If they fail to hit the zombie in the head, it will just get more agitated. The squad continues to shoot at the waves of the zombie. Just as they kill the initial waves of them, more zombies are coming out of the container truck. The civilian tries to help them by hitting the zombies using the car. But in the end, the civilian ends up being eaten by the hungry zombies. As their gun bullets cannot stop the waves of zombies, they use RPGs, which cause a huge explosion. The explosion stops the zombies momentarily, and they shoot the zombie heads to finish them off. The squad is successful at their second mission. In an interview, the team leader believes that the zombie outbreak will soon reappear because humans are always fragile from infections. After their second mission, the doctor inspects their bodies in the headquarters to check if they are bitten. The doctors find out that there is a scratch on a member's arm, prompting them to put it in isolation. Later, the soldiers interrogate the driver of the truck. It is then revealed that the truck is heading towards the place called The Zone, which is a place locked down by the government because it has an uncontrollable number of zombies. The engineer worked together to seal off the area, and now people are forbidden to enter it. The truck driver reveals that he is tasked to deliver the zombies to the zone, and it is related to the activities of the Judas Project. The Judas Project is a secret organization conducting experiments on the zombies inside the zone. Because of this information, the top officials argue about whether the team should go inside the zone to investigate the situation. But in the end, they decide to deploy the squad to the zone despite the risk involved. It's then revealed that another team from our division entered the zone before, but no one managed to come back. As they are preparing to leave, the journalist interviews a nurse member named Rose about the teen leader's sad life. It's revealed that the teen leader is a former supermarket manager who lost his family to the zombie infection. Unfortunately for him, he needed to mercifully kill his young son after being infected. The next day, the squad heads up to the zone with the journalist, who will broadcast their mission. Apparently, there will be no form of communication in the zone because there is no signal transmitter inside. So the journalist will send the footage to the news truck in the borders of the zone using a drone. The news truck will broadcast the footage to the general public. The military truck drives to the border of the zone to deploy the squad. The squad walks out of the truck as they arrive there. They need to travel by foot to enter the forbidden place. They wander through the area, and the place is completely dark with no sign of any life. They pass through the pile of rotting dead bodies along the way. Among the bodies, they find an identification card, implying that the bodies belong to the employees of the Judas Project. As the squad walks deeper into the zone, they find out that there are still lights set up. This means that the electricity is being maintained for a certain operation. Out of nowhere, they sense a movement inside. A zombie suddenly jumps into the warm arms of a team member, but he quickly shoots the zombie away because he tolerates no zombie hug. In a few moments, a horde of zombies begins to charge them. They fire back at the zombies to push them away. As there are uncontrollable zombies, the squad decides to move out. A zombie jumps onto a male teammate's warm arms, but to bite him for food, not to hug him for comfort. The squad finds out that the man is already bitten. Knowing that he will be mercy killed by the squad, the man points the gun toward the squad, while he insists that he is completely fine. He opens fire at the squad, and as a result, kills one of their teammates by accident. In response, the squad fires their gun at him and also kills him. The squad hears there are zombies near them, so they quickly move to avoid getting the attention of the zombies. They continue searching through the place, only to find rotting flesh around a locker room. The squad spreads out to inspect the area. Out of nowhere, children zombies approach them. They open fire at the fast-moving children zombies, which crawl around the room. The children zombies bite Winston in the ankle. Knowing that he will soon die, Winston declares that it is God's plan for him. As the teen leader is checking on him, more zombies are coming at them. Seeing that, the squad has to leave him. He says to the squad that they will be needed to stay in the Ark. It is then revealed he also believes there will be a second outbreak that will wipe out the population. However, he reveals the chosen people will be the only survivor, as they will stay in the Ark for shelter. Winston sacrifices himself to stop the zombies from following the squad. He gets a grenade and lets it explode, killing himself and the zombies in the process. The squad continues to walk through the place. In a few moments, they hear more zombies following them. The teen leader kicks the gasoline barrels along the way, and he sets them on fire to slow down the zombies. As the burning zombies run at them, they open fire to stop them. Soon enough, a horde of ugly zombies appears, and it quickly charges at them. As the number of zombies is uncontrollable, they decide to move away. The burning zombies grab a team member and bite him. He is left to die, while the squad manages to get through a screen gate and they lock it to prevent the zombies from following them. They walk through a stairway, only to find more zombies attacking them. The zombies destroy the gate and they follow them. A man shouts and calls at them. He then leads them to a safer place. It turns out the man is a former employee of the Judas Project who is left in the zone. He shows them the remains of the Judas Project experiment. He reveals that the Judas Project attempts to end the zombie outbreak by letting the zombies attack each other. The scientists then created an alpha zombie so as to make the zombies form into groups. But the alpha zombie got uncontrollable and attacked the scientists instead. After telling them that story, the former employee guides them into the tunnel. They silently peek at the gate bars. There, they see the alpha zombie leading the zombie army. The team leader lets the journalist and the cameraman cover everything so they can reveal the Judas Project to the general public. They walk upstairs, where they see a clear view of everything. They then see thousands of hungry zombies on the ground. A zombie appears out of nowhere, and it grabs the cameraman, causing him to fall to the ground. He then ends up being eaten by the zombies. Thousands of zombies see them, and they begin flocking toward them. They flee from the area and head towards another gated place. There, the zombies grab the former Judas Project employee. As he is already trapped, the team leader Mercy kills him to end his suffering. Now, the team leader, Rose, and the journalist are the only remaining people there. The team leader sees more zombies, and he believes that they might not survive, but the journalist suggests they can still survive if they manage to go back to the news broadcast truck. They move forward as the gate will soon be destroyed by the zombies. They find a former lab containing rotting experiment subjects. The team leader closes the lab door. A zombie appears, and the team leader instantly shoots it. However, the noise calls the attention of the zombies outside. He holds the door to prevent the zombies from coming in, but the numbers of zombies overwhelm him, and he ends up being bitten by the zombies. This gives Rose and the journalist a chance to find a way out. As they move forward, they encounter a muscular zombie. The zombie throws Rose to the ground, and the journalist shoots at it to help her. The zombie then ends up biting the annoying journalist instead. After that, the zombie grabs Rose. Luckily, she is able to quickly shoot the zombie in the head, which instantly ends its zombie life. Rose Sue gets into the truck, and she is the sole survivor of the mission. The movie ends when the news broadcasts that the zombies eventually break through the zone barrier. The anchor then declares that Outbreak number 2 will soon happen. The young girl who watches the Rekill show turns into a zombie, revealing that she is already infected. In the end, the movie reveals the Ark is real, and Rose is among the chosen people to stay in the Ark Sanctuary as the second outbreak inevitably takes place. This Daniel CC Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your day.